Hi my dear Sparrows, this is N.Suresh Sparrow from TTWREIS Miryalguda. Friends, my dear Sparrows, I will tell you a small story. Once upon a time, there are two friends named Shiva and Ravi. See here friends, you observe in the image, Mr. Shiva and Ravi, they are going to nursery. And friends, this Shiva and Ravi, the Ravi got, they are observing the plants in this nursery and they are doing their project work. While seeing the many plants, Ravi got on doubt and he asked Mr. Shiva and he asked his doubts. The doubt is, Shiva, we get food from the plants, then where do the plants get from fruit? Then the Shiva explained that yes Ravi, your doubt is right. We get the food from plants, then the plants gets the food from the roots. The roots will absorb the water, food and all the minerals from the root. Friends, in this slide we observe the different types of modifications of roots. See here, there are some stilt roots and some nodule roots, storage roots and sweet potatoes, ginger, and here we observe, see there friends, we are observing that yes, there are the prop roots and some chlorophyllous roots. Yes, friends, your doubt is right. And friends, I think that you got an idea about our topic. Our topic is the root and modifications of root. Friends, first see the index, the root and types of root system, root modification and storage roots, stilt roots, pneumatophores, hastural roots, epiphytic roots, prop roots, photosynthetic roots and nodular roots. Friends, first you may get the doubt, what is meant by root? Yes, the root means the radicle of the embryo which elongates leads to the formation of primary root in the soil is called the root. For example, see here friends, this is a root which will elongates into the, this is a soil which will elongates into the soil and grows a primary root into the soil is called the root. Friends, and yes, we clarify our doubt about the roots. Then how many types of root systems? Friends, do you know that? Yes, there are three types of root systems. They are taproot system, fibrous root system and adventitious root system. Friends, okay, let me know that what is meant by the taproot system and what is meant by the fibrous root system and what is meant by the adventitious root system. Yes, we want to know the definition of what is meant by what are the examples of the taproot, fibrous root and adventitious roots. Yes, I am here to clarify your doubts, Sparrows. See here, friends, what did you observe in the slides? We observe the roots and the definition of a taproot. The primary root which grows into the soil is called the taproot system and forms a root lateral hairs are called the taproots. And friends, it is seen in the most of the dicotyledonous plants. Friends, have you ever eaten the papaya? Yes, friends, here you observe the primary taproot of a papaya tree. See here, this is a taproot and it forms a lateral roots. Here we observe the lateral roots of a papaya and this is a taproot system which goes into the soil is called the taproot system. Then in which plants we will see? We observe in dicotyledonous plants. Sparrows, not only the papaya is an example for a taproots, there are the neem tree and the mango tree. Friends, I think we will eat the mangoes in this summer so that we will know about the mangoes, but we don't know what is the type of a root of a mango plant. Friends, I am saying that here this is the mango plant, the roots are taproots. Next, friends, I am saying that the taproot and fibrous roots. Okay, we clarified and we discussed about the taproot. Then what is meant by the fibrous roots? Fibrous root system. The primary root, which is short-lived and is replaced by a large number of roots, this originates from the base of the stem, constitutes the fibrous root system. It is seen in monocotyledons. Okay, the dicotyledons means the example is the dicotyledons means taproot system means here we observe that a papaya root, and then the monocotyledons means what is mean by monocotyledons and what is, which plants come under this category. Oh, your mind is getting so many doubts, friends. See here. Here I am showing fibrous roots of a Oryza sativa, a rice plant. Friends, here we observe that the roots are very hair-like structure and it is replaced by a large number of roots. See here, spheros. These are friends, this constitutes from the base of a stem. Here we observe the root. It is constituted from the base of the stem. So the root which constitutes from the base of the stem is called the fibrous root system. And friends, only the rice plant or Oryza sativa is not an example of the monocotyledons. There are many other plants comes under the monocotyledons plants. For example, grass. Okay, friends, let us move on to the what is meant by the adventitious root system. The adventitious root system means the roots that arise from the other parts of the plants other than the radicle are called adventitious root system. Friends, here you see that, friends, I am showing it is a different type of root that you are observing. Your mind friends, you may get an idea, you may get a doubt about this. What is these types of roots and which this root belongs to which plant? Yes, this root belongs to the plant banyan tree. Friends, the banyan tree roots, they come from the, for example, friends, spheros, assume that my hand, it is a branches of the banyan tree, and these roots, they will hang, and these roots will originate from the other parts. Means this is a branch, this root is originated from the, and this root is originated from the branch of a banyan tree called the adventitious roots. Okay, friends, we discussed it about the what is meant by root and how many types of root systems and the different types of taproot system, fibrous root system and adventitious root system. Okay, we clarified about the root, and we may get the doubt what is meant by root modification. Friends, my dear spheros, don't worry, I am here to clarify your doubts. See, friends, the root modification means in some plants root may changes shape, size and structure to perform the functions other than the absorption of water, food and minerals in plants is called the root modification. See here, friends, here we observe this root, and the shape and size and functions are different from this. Here, friends, is there a same shape and same size and same structure of these two roots? No, not at all. They are the completely different from these two types of roots. Okay, let's move on to that. Storage roots. Friends, storage roots. What is meant by storage roots? Yaar, never will listen this name. You may get that doubt. See, the storage root means you may observe the different types of images of a storage root. Means the carrot, turnip and radish and etc. The friends, storage root means the root which stores the food material are called storage roots. The reserved food is used for the production of flowers, fruits and seeds. Friends, the roots, there are the different shapes of storage roots. They are radish, carrot and beetroot. Here the radish, we observe the spindle shaped shape. Here, friends, observe that the spindle shape of a radish. But friends, in market all the radish are not in spindle shape. See here, and we observe that carrot, here it is a cone shaped. The carrot, it is in cone shaped, and the top shaped means the example is beetroot. Friends, here so we observe this beetroot, it is a top shaped, it comes under the top shape. And friends, okay, we know the definition of a storage roots and the different shapes of a storage roots, but what are the characteristics of storage roots? Yes, there are some characteristics of storage roots. It is in non-green in color, nodes and internodes are absent, root hairs are present. Friends, here we observe that radish and carrot and beetroot. Friends, do you observe the radish and carrot and beetroot? They are in green color? No. They are in white color and red color, and it is in a brown color. Friends, here we discussed about they are non-green in color. Here we observe this carrot, it is not in a green color, but and the nodes and internodes are absent. Friends, did we observe any nodes and internodes here? See, observe carefully. No, there is no nodes and internodes. Okay, then we observe the radish. Oh, there is no nodes and internodes for the radish also. Friends, again we observe the beetroot. We observe any nodes and internodes? No, there is no nodes and internodes. So, the characteristics we will easily identify this. And the third point is the root hairs are present. Yes, here we observe the root hairs. See here, friends, carefully observe Spheros. See here, the root hairs are present to a storage roots, and we take the radish. Here radish also contains a root hairs. See here, friends, the root hairs are present on a radish. And next, the beetroot. Here see that the root hair is a very long, quite long. Friends, here we observe that many root hairs. Observe carefully. Or when you go to the market, then observe the these types of storage roots. And friends, while we are discussing the storage roots, we may get a lot of doubts about the storage roots. Why they are in swollen? Why they are swollen? Because of they stores the food material. Friends, it is a root which lies in the underground, means positive to the geotropism. Here this is the surface of a earth, and this is a root which lies in underground. And okay, we will take the example as radish. Here, friends, these are the stems, and these are the stems of a storage root, and the main fruit lies in the below the underground, and this stores this is a swollen due to the storage of food materials and water and many minerals. Friends, these storage roots help us to the human race. This helps us as a vegetables, fruits, and this also helps for a flowering and fruiting of a plant. And this mainly, friends, remember that it helps for the human race. Okay. Friends, then we discuss about the stilt roots. What is meant by the stilt roots? We are getting the many doubts, and we are confused. Don't worry, friends, I am here to clarify your doubts. Spheros, you may observe in the screen the stilt roots, the images of a stilt roots, and the definition is in maize and sugarcane, roots arise from the lower nodes of the stem, give additional support to the plant is called stilt roots. Example, maize and sugarcane. Friends, have you ever eaten in your house a sugarcane? Wow, it's a yummy. Friends, here we observe the roots of both maize and sugarcane. First we observe the roots of a maize. Friends, here we observe the different types of roots of a maize plant. See here, the roots came from the internodes of a stem, and these are very short. See here, friends, these roots are completely different from the other roots. Yes, and okay, while we observe that sugar cane, oh no, the sugar cane is also the same, similar to the maize. Here also we observe the roots came from the internodes and nodes and internodes, and these are also very short, and we are getting the doubt, what do the storage root will give and what do the stilt roots? Friends, this the characteristics of stilt roots is the stilt roots, they develop from the basal nodes of stem. They grow obliquely from the stem. They are shorter in length. They provide support to the plant as the ropes provide to the tent. Friends, yes, we discussed that the characteristics of stilt roots. Here see that as per the characteristics, here the nodes and the stilt roots are developed from the basal of a stem. See here, and they are quite obliquely from the stem. And friends, these stilt roots provide the support to a plant to stand properly in the ground, and these are very short roots, and this provides when we do the functions in our house, and the ropes are provided to a tent, like the ropes, they give the support to a tent like this. These are the ropes of these plants. We have to assume that these stilt roots are the ropes of a plant, and these stilt roots may give the support to the plant to stand properly on the ground. Friends, and I think that you understood what is meant by stilt roots, and friends, explain about the stilt roots to your friends. Okay friends, let us move on to the pneumatophores. In mangroves like Rhizopora and Avicennia, many plants roots come out of the ground and grows vertically upward, helps in respiration, called pneumatophores. Friends, here we observe a different type of plant in the slide. See here the definition. The root may come out of the ground and it will grow in the swampy areas in mangroves, like the example plants are Avicennia. Friends, the root which come out of the ground and it absorbs the air and it absorbs the carbon dioxide to the plant, and the characteristics of pneumatophores are, these are modified tap roots, these are non-green and non-photosynthetic. These are found in the marshy habitat like swamp and mangroves near seashores. These grow vertically upward in response to gravity. They are negatively geotrophic. These roots are covered with cork and the gaseous exchange takes place through force called lenticels. Friends, we discussed about the characteristics, means the pneumatophores are the modified tap roots, and they are in non-green in color, means they present in a brown color. Or friends, especially that the roots make, have you observed any difference between the other plants and this Avicennia plant? Yes, we observed the different, and we are amazed to hear that the roots will come out of the ground and they absorb the carbon dioxide and the gaseous exchange will take place, and that root contains a cork like structure. The roots are covered with a cork which helps in the gaseous exchange and takes place through the force. There are some force are present on that roots. That force are called the lenticels. That force helps to for the gaseous exchange. Friends, these plants are available in the swampy areas like mangroves near the seashores. Okay friends, let's move on to the hastural roots. Friends, have you never heard about the hastural roots? Yes, in our surroundings we may observe that the Cuscuta plant and many Viscum, Striga, but these types of hastural roots, they completely depend on the host plant. Means friends, for example, we are depending on the plants and animals for sake of our food, like this Cuscuta and Viscum. Striga and Rafflesia plants depend on the other plant because of the to grab the food and to take the food from that host plant. So such types of roots are called the haustorial roots. Friends, in these haustorial roots there are two types of roots. They are the complete partial parasites and complete parasites. Friends, here the partial parasites means in partial parasites like Viscum and Striga, the haustorial roots enters into the xylem of the plant to get the water and minerals. Example, Striga. This the xylem. Friends, do you know the xylem? Yes, the xylem of the roots, haustorial roots which enters into the other plant means other host plant of the host plant, and they absorbs the water and food and minerals from the host plant. These are called the partial parasites. Friends, and the second one is haustorial roots. Haustorial roots are, this is a complete parasites. In complete parasites like Cuscuta and Rafflesia, the haustorial roots enters into the xylem and phloem of the host plant and obtain water and food materials and minerals is called the parasitic roots. Example, Cuscuta and Rafflesia. Friends, here we observe the difference between the partial parasites and the complete parasites. Means the partial parasites only it sends the roots of a partial parasites enters into the only the xylem of a host plant. But whereas in the complete parasites, both the root enters into the both xylem and phloem of a host plant to obtain that water, food materials and minerals from a host plant. Okay, friends, do you know? Okay, friends, we discuss about the epiphytic roots. What is meant by epiphytic roots? Oh no, yes, I will, friends. You don't worry. I will explain that about the epiphytic roots. In epiphytic roots, like Vanda, the roots are adventitious roots, and friends, these adventitious roots hang and they are the adventitious roots which absorb the moisture from the atmosphere, and friends, the roots are in a chlorophyllus. Friends, here we observe that velamen roots of a, and this is also called the epiphytic root and also called as velamen root. Here, friends, we observe this root is in a green color. Friends, here see that the root it is in a green color. Hariya, the root it should be brown color or in any other color, but the root it is in a green color. We may get doubt because of this root can obtain a little bit carbon assimilation because of the chlorophyll. The chlorophyll contains in this root. That's why the color of this epiphytic root is green in color. Friends, okay, let's we discuss about the prop roots or pillar roots. Arya, what is meant by prop roots and pillar roots? We know about the pillars of a buildings, but what are the pillar roots, and is there any plant contains a pillar? You may say that no, but it is right. The plants, friends, have you never observed ever observed that a banyan tree in your village, near your village? Yes, we observe the banyan tree that the root may arise from the other parts of the plant and become they grows into the soil. In banyan, for example, in banyan trees, the root arise from the other branches, grow into the soil and becomes pillar like and give additional support to the plants. Friends, have you never visited to the Pillal Marri? Yes, we visited the Pillal Marri and we observed that the prop roots are they arise from the other branches of the root, and they hang down vertically downwards, and they grows into the soil is called the prop roots, and this root gives to the support like a pillar. Friends, when we observe the buildings, the pillar will give a strong support to that building. Like that pillar, these roots helps to stand this banyan tree as much as very strong. In Kolkata, the National Botanical Research Gardens, there is a banyan tree of since 200 years, and there that banyan tree contains that 900 prop roots. Friends, if that in case of the main trunk is died, these prop roots may gives life to that tree, and this continues the life. Okay, what are the characteristics of prop roots? Let's we discuss, friends. See that the characteristics of a prop roots are: they arise from the branches of the stem, they hang down vertically and enters into the soil, they are quite long, they behave like a pillar and give support to the plant. Friends, here we observe that characteristics of prop roots means they arise from the stem of a plant and they hang down vertically. See here, this is my branch of a tree. So assume that I am a tree and it is a branch of a tree. These are the prop roots of a banyan tree, and these roots hang down, and these hang downs vertically down and enters into the soil. Observe that it is a soil, and these roots enters into the soil and gives a pillar like support to a plant. Here this root gives a pillar like support to the banyan tree. Okay, friends, we discussed about the storage root, stilt root, nematophores, hastoreal roots and epiphytic roots. Then now we are going to discuss about the photosynthetic root. What is meant by photosynthetic root? The photosynthesis means it occurs generally in leaves or in a plant. But is there any photosynthetic roots? You may get doubt. But is there, friends? There are the photosynthetic roots in some plants like the Tenophyllum, and the roots are chlorophyllous and perform photosynthesis, so called photosynthetic roots. Example, Tenophyllum. Friends, in these plants the roots are chlorophyllous, means it contains a green color. What is meant by that? The roots contain a green color? No, the root should be in a brown color. You may get doubt, but no, friends, they contains that the green in color, and these photosynthetic roots are in chlorophyllous because they perform the photosynthesis. And friends, how to identify these photosynthetic roots? There are some characteristics. Friends, here we observe the characteristics of photosynthetic roots. These are modified adventitious roots. These are green and photosynthetic. These are found in diverse habit like aquatic, terrestrial and as epiphytes. Gaseous exchange takes place through the general surface. Friends, here we discussed about the characteristics of photosynthetic. Then the first point is these are modified adventitious roots. What is meant by adventitious roots? Friends, I have explained it. The adventitious roots means the root which arise from the other parts of the plants, means these photosynthetic roots arise from the other part of the plant, and these are the green and photosynthetic. Means generally we know that the leaves perform the photosynthesis, but here the roots are performing the photosynthesis, and these are found in the terrestrial, aquatic and as epiphytes, and the gaseous exchange takes place as well as the other plants, means the general surface. Okay, friends, we discussed about the many different types of root modifications, and now we are going to discuss about the a nodular root, means the symbiotic relationship between a bacteria and a plant. Friends, have you heard have you eaten the groundnuts? Yes, we eaten so many times. We ate these groundnuts, and these are very tasty, and these are healthy for good health. This gives a good health for human beings, and these are the source of a human race. Friends, here this is a nodular roots. This Arachis hypogaea, this groundnut comes under the nodular roots. Here we observe that some bulb like structures and the groundnuts. And friends, in these nodular roots, the rhizobium bacteria will present. Do you know, friends, the rhizobium bacteria? Friends, the rhizobium bacteria belongs to which family? The rhizobium bacteria belongs to the Fabaceae family, and this rhizobium bacteria helps in the nitrogen fixation. Friends, do you know that? Yes, nitrogen bacteria helps in the nitrogen fixation. In these nodular roots, friends, we observe the clear image of a rhizobium bacteria. See that the bacteria which was seen in the screen, this bacteria enters into this root, and this root, nodular root, gives the this nodular root gives the protection to that rhizobium bacteria, and that rhizobium bacteria helps in the nitrogen fixation. Friends, it is a small video for you. Friends, see that the bacteria are attracting, and they are coming towards the root hair of a groundnut, and the nutrients and the rhizoles are present there. See, friends, there is one bacteria is attaching to the ground root, and this bacteria attached to the root, and the lectins are present, the green in color, and friends, here the root is curling to the bacteria inside, and see that how the root is curling, means it is giving the shelter to that bacteria. Arya, why? What is this? The bacteria, the root is giving a shelter to bacteria. Oh, no, there is something. Yes, there is something, because, and we observe that infection thread which was formed by the bacteria. Friend, see that the infection thread is forming all over the roots, and the bacteria are coming by that infection threads, and they are forming the bacteroids. And friends, this rhizobium bacteria, here we observed in that, for example, friends, assume that this is a rhizobium friends, assume that this is a rhizobium bacteria, where slowly now the rhizobium bacteria is going towards the nodular root, and the rhizobium bacteria now attached to the nodular root, and after some times this nodular root is curling, means giving the shelter to the rhizobium bacteria. When it gives the shelter to a rhizobium bacteria, friends, here the rhizobium bacteria, these bacteria forming a infection thread into this root, it forms a infection thread, and the bacteria becomes a bacteroids, and which helps in the nitrogen fixation, means here the symbiotic relations. Friend, we observe that the symbiotic relationship between a root and a bacteria, means the bacteria wants a shelter, and this root, nodular root, wants that nitrogen, means here is a symbiotic relationship, friends. And once again we recall that what we have discussed, friends. Yes, we discussed about the root. What is meant by root? Means the elongation, the radicule of the embryo which elongates leads to the formation of a primary root into the soil is called the root. And the three types of root system. What are the friends for us? They are that taproot system, fibrous root system, and adventitious root system. So for us, the examples are, for the taproot system, here taproot system, the root of a bopaya plant and the root of a neem tree and the root of a mango tree and many other comes under the dicotyledons. The taproot means they are called as dicotyledons. And friends, this is the fibrous root system. Fibrous root system means the roots are short-lived and is replaced by a large number of roots which originate from the base of stem is called the fibrous root system. It is observed in monocotyledon plants. And we discussed about that adventitious root system. Friend, see, it is completely different root. It comes from the other parts of the plant. This is a adventitious root system. And we discussed about the modifications of roots. What is meant by modifications of root? In some plants, Swaros, listen carefully, that in some plants root changes shape, size and structure to perform the functions other than the absorption of water, food and minerals is called the root modification. And we discussed about the different types of roots. They are the storage root, stilt roots, pneumatophores and hastoreal roots, epiphytic roots, prop roots and nodular roots and photosynthetic roots. Friends, do you know that, do you remember these fruits which they are belongs to which type of roots? These roots are belongs to that storage roots. This is a radish, this belongs to a storage root, and the carrot and turnip. Friends, see that, and if we eat this all these storage roots, it may give a good health to us. Friends, listen carefully, that this beetroot gives a blood to us when we feel ill, and we have to eat these types of storage roots because they stores and they are fleshy, and these are that responsible for the human race. Friends, remember this. These are very good to our health, and there are a lot of economic importance. And we discussed about that. The stilt roots means the examples are that the sugarcane and the maize. Here the nodes the roots come from the nodes and internodes of these plants are called the stilt roots, which may give support to that plant. And we discussed about that. Here, see friends, you may get see that this is this belongs to that epiphytic roots. Means, friends, observe here carefully the roots. This is a root, this is not a leaf. This is a root, contains in a chlorophyllus, and this is in a green in color. And friends, this is a specimen of a nodular roots. Here we observe this nodular roots. Friends, here nodular roots. Do you know that, friends? Have you remembered that which bacteria helps in nodular root for nitrogen fixation? Rhizobium bacteria helps for nitrogen fixation. Friends, remember that not only the plants and the other things protect our environment. These roots, these all types of roots may also, these all types of roots also protects our environment from the reducing the soil erosion. Remember that, friends. I am very thankful to that my guide teacher D. Narendra sir and our principal sir Ajay Kumar sir and my vice principal Rajgopal sir and JDR sir and Venkana sir, all my teachers, Prasanna Kumari madam and Lakshmi madam, and all my dear brothers and my friends, and the thank you to team Miryalaguda. They all helped me. Their efforts came today. And friends, I am a special thanks for our secretary sir, because of giving such innovative programs, implementing that these types of programs which leads to the all round developmentation of a student. Thank you sir for giving me this a golden opportunity.